We will do three problems in chi-square testing. Simple to more complex. First one, pause the video and read it yourselves. Basically, it says that observations were taken regarding the sale of three different types of flavors. What we got was 30 for chocolate, 12 for vanilla, and 18 for red velvet. The total of this comes to 30, 42, 60. So let us say that there is no preference for any particular flavor. Then we'll divide it into exactly 20 plus 20 plus 20. So that they are the expected. It is 1/3 of 60. Now this much data is given. This we calculated. Now how to calculate the chi-square statistic is O minus E. So this is O minus E, 30 minus 20. The formula is here. Then drag the formula here and to here. So it is 18 minus 20. So you get 10 minus 8 minus 2. Now this is square of that. So square of 10, square of minus 8, and square of minus 2. Then divide this square. The formula is here. O minus E whole square by E. E is expected. So you divide by 20. So 100 divided by B6 is 20. That is 5. 64 divided by 20. That is 3.2. 4 divided by 20 is 0.2. Now add up all these things, the sum of these. So this is nothing but B10 plus C10 plus D10. So that is the calculated chi-square statistic. Now to get the critical one for 0.05 and 2 degrees of freedom. Why 2 degrees of freedom? Because there are 3 columns. 3 columns minus 1. That is the degrees of freedom in case of chi-square statistic in this example. So you get from the T table you can get. If you don't have a T table, use this formula. The formula is here. It says what is the probability? 0.05 because we are assuming 95% significance. Even if it is not given, assume 95. If it is given 90 or 99, then you can use that. If it is missing, then use it as 95%. Degrees of freedom is 2 here, and you get 5.99. Okay. Now, calculated is 8.4, critical is 5.99. In every such situation where this is greater than the critical, we say we reject the null hypothesis. Now, instead of doing this calculation, there is another method we can use. That is how you have got it. First, you find out this formula, chi-square test. Then it asks what is the actual range. Now, actual range is the observed range, 30, 12, 18 is written there. So you just select this 30, 12, 18. Expected is this one. So let's suppose if I say I remove this one from here and I say this 20, 20, and remove this also from here and 12, 18. And that gives you a number called p-value. We say it's okay. The p-value also can be used either to reject or fail to reject. And the slogan for that is, if P is low, reject HO. So low means lower than the 0.05 or 0.01, depending on the alpha value that you choose. Here you choose an alpha value of 0.05. So 0.05 is less than the 0.01 is less than 0.05. So P is low, reject HO. We want to convert that into calculated. Now calculated is obtained from the formula chi-square.inv.rt, where the probability here is whatever we have calculated now. So H13 is the value and degrees of freedom is 2, and that gives you 8.4. This is the calculation method. This is the function method. Now let us come to a slightly more complex one where there are 2 rows and 2 columns. The males and females. Males preferring product A is 50, product B 30. Female preferring product A is 20, product B is 100. Total 50 plus 30 is 80, 100 plus 1, that is taken the summation, and you also taken summation from how many products in A, how many products in B. Now HO is product preference independent of gender, H1 or HA. alternate hypothesis. Product preference depends on the gender. Now here you have to calculate the expected frequencies. For that formula is to get 28, what you have to do is you have to 80 into 70 by 200. So 80 into 70. Similarly, for this one, to get 52, we have to do this 130. Let's show it here, equal to 130 star 80 by 200. It is 52. Now to get 42, what do you have to do? 42, to get 42 in this one, you have to say 70 star corresponding to the 20. This 120 by 200, 42. Now this one, we have to do that is equal to 78. We have to 78 is the column total is, the row total is 120, column total is 130, and divided by 2 is 78. This is how we do that. So we have got the actual or observed, and this is we calculated. This one, of course, total, and ensure that the 70 is same as the 70. Sometimes by fractions, if it doesn't come, then it adjust it accordingly. So male expected is 28 and 42, 28 and 42, and female expected is 42 and 78, 42 and 78, actual 50, 30, 20, 70. Now the same thing can be done here for each male actual, male expected. So 50 minus 28 square divided by expected 28. 30 minus 52 square divided by expected 52. 20 minus 42 square of that divided by 42. 100 minus 78 divided by square of that divided by 78. So when you do these actual calculations, you'll find that that will come to 44.32. And you can do it simply also. Equal to, you can see that this is 50 minus 28, 22. 50 minus 20 is also 22. Plus or minus doesn't make a difference because when you're squaring it, 20 minus 42, this is also minus 22. This is plus 22. 22 square is common. So we can take it outside the bracket, 22. What is left here is 1 by 28. Don't worry about any brackets here. Because of BODMAS rule, 1 by 52 plus 1 by 42 plus 1 by 78, bracket closed. I made a mistake, but Excel corrected it. So 22 power of 2 multiplied by 1 by 28 plus 1 by 52 plus 1 by 42 plus 1 by 78. 44.3234. You can also be obtained indirectly, directly from the Excel function. What you do is use this formula. Actual range B5 to C6. So this is the actual range. So if I remove this one and say this is the B5 to C6, that is the actual range. Now expected is what we had calculated. That was this. And you get a p-value here. You don't get directly chi-square statistic. You get a p-value. And using the p-value, you can use the formula for probability is what you calculated using the p-value, and degrees of freedom in this case is row minus 1 into column minus 1. There are 2 rows, 2 columns. So 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. So degrees of freedom is 1. So when you put that degree of freedom, and you get the same value, 44.322, Critical, you can get from either the table or by using this one. And you see that the calculated is more than the critical, and therefore we reject. Instead of doing this, you can also set this the P value is low. So P is low, reject HO. So either case, whether you use P value or use chi-square value comparison, this is you reject the null hypothesis. What is the null hypothesis? Product preference is independent of gender is a null hypothesis. We reject it. That means there is a preference for product based on the gender. Last one, more complicated. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows here. And never married, middle school, 18 people, 36 high school people, etc., etc. This is some data, and these are the totals in case. This also sum. Now we have to calculate the expected values. Now, expected values is for each one of them. For example, to get this middle school never married, 90 into 39 by 300. 90 into 39 by 300, I can show you here, is equal to 90 star 39 by 300. That's what we get. So here I calculated using the formula. So C8, first of all, C8 is this one, into H4, that is this one, divided by this one, H8. I put the dollar sign here so that I can copy this from here to the next line. So it is C$8 H4. Now when it comes down, I want it to become H5. So I copy it here and see the formula has become H5. Other things are remain same. Others remain the same. They have to remain same. So each column wise we can make one formula and then put a dollar sign there. Now when I copy from here to this side, what will happen is the C8. Now if I copy just like that, because the dollar sign is there is no problem. But I is not there. So instead of I, it has to remains H itself. Let us remain H itself. Then you can copy down, no change, you can see that. Now if I copy from here to next column, again it has become, I'll take it as H. Then copy down. So like that I've done for all these things. So you get observed values and expected values. Now here you have to do 18 expected 11.7, 18 11.7, 12 19.5, 6 3.9, 3 3.9. Then do the same thing for 36, 27, like this. 36, 36, 27. So you have to finish all these individual things. 21, 20, 21 is here. 21 corresponding 25.2, 21, 25.2. Then 9 corresponding is 9 corresponding is masters 16.2, 9 16.2. And then you do O minus E, then you do O minus E whole square, then O minus whole square divided by E. Then finally you get this 23.6. This is the sum of all these things. The examination, I don't expect you to do all those things. So we'll go directly to the formula. Directly we go to the